folks, friends, and folks. This is patch 8 of Baldur's Gate 3. This is going to be the last big patch for this game. And I've said it before, this game would be beloved and played over and over again. And it would still be remembered and actively played in several years after its release, even if it didn't have any of the patches. Even if it was as it was on release, this game had years of staying power, but all the patches have been really good as well. Even when there were like individual decisions I didn't necessarily agree with, like making the random Act 1 bosses almost unplayable in honor mode. Even when individual changes were insane to me, just the fact that they have added so much stuff, mod support, continued to support this game and like add new dialogue trees and such. And as of patch 8, 8 new subclasses. Oh, I'm so excited. I am straight up just going to play this game in honor mode using new classes, and we're going to see what happens. Real quickly, I am going to play with some mods. I hope it doesn't fuck things up. My hope is that, like, since this was kind of being tested for a little while before it got released to the wider public, they ironed a lot of that stuff out, and hopefully a lot of these mods still work properly. But just to go through them really quickly, just all camp, clothes, and dyes, just in case I want to, like, look pretty. Just, like, a bunch of quality of life UI things. Oh, that we're not having that one on. That is for another playthrough. Damage preview 2. Good thing I checked, because that would act. I, like, mainly am having mods on for quality of life improvements. And this would actually be straight up cheating. It's nice to have if you just want to test some stuff out, but, yeah. All of this is good. Free respecs and hirelings, simply because this is essentially a time saver, in that you can always pickpocket your money back from withers if you so desire. So respecs and hirelings is just skipping those steps. Similarly, Longstrider quality of life just means that I cast Longstrider one time and everybody in my party has it. Simply because this is skipping the step of kind of tediously, repeatedly Longstridering your party. Move faster. Not right-click kill. And the one I will address is stat instruments of proficiencies. So this one is cheating insofar as it gives you the ability to put on armor that your character is not proficient with and press a button that turns you into being proficient with it. And to be abundantly clear, I, over the course of this game, will not be clicking that button. I will not be using that functionality of the mod. I will not be making any of my characters proficient with any gameplay altering, difficulty altering equipment that they would not otherwise be proficient with their given stat allocation and their given levels. I will not be using that functionality. However, I will be using the functionality that lets everybody be proficient with musical instruments, because I love creating a band. And I want because we're playing honor mode, I want my feats to make my character stronger, but I also want to make a band. So this is, even though there are elements of this mod that would allow me to cheat, I am not using those elements. I'm using the purely aesthetic, not game. The only part of the gameplay it alters is that, like, people throw you little coins. And I'm not gonna be doing that either. I'm not gonna be picking up the coins that people throw to me. It's a really inefficient way to make money anyway, but I'm also not going to be utilizing it. This is just for fun. This is just for the pure enjoyment of being able to start a band and because I really love the music in this game. But that is my mods. Hopefully they all work. And other than that, we are playing honor mode. I've played this game so many times that I usually skip the intro, but today's a big day. And also, who knows? Maybe they added fun little yoinky doinks for the new patch. So I will let the opening cutscene play out, even though it is quite long. And I will say, I think it is entirely too much information for a first-time player. Like, now, having played this game as many hours as I have, I know what all of the individual things mean, why the fuck there are little frogs on dragons and stuff. But it is just, to somebody who is playing it for the first time, whenever I was playing it for the first time, for somebody who didn't know anything about the lore of it all, and that was like my introduction to it, it was so much. I think they could have really populated those cutscenes throughout the rest of the game. Maybe like, I know they like spent a lot of money making a really pretty opening animation, but maybe those segments of it could have been like rewards that you, the player, got to saw whenever you like succeeded in perception checks or did a good job investigating people. I think just front loading it into a really long, well, I guess the long part of the cutscene is after character creation. This part is just Lae'zel body horror. This was also, my first impression of this game was insane. This was a wild time. Oh, it's still so gross. It's even grosser knowing the context. Um, now that I understand the Githyanki versus Mind Flayer lore, this is fucked up. Anyway, this is us, the protagonist. This is so upsetting. Okay. Character creation. Um, so here's what I will say. You know what? I am not going to randomize a lot of elements of this stream. I like tried that at one point and it was a hot mess, and this is honor mode. I think what I will do is roll a dice on whether or not I am the Dark Urge. 1 through 10, I am not the Dark Urge. 11 through 20, I am. Okay, I am not the Dark Urge. I'm just going to play a normal origin. And the class is a little bit important for the sake of, like, wanting to experience Patch 8, because a lot of classes do not get their subclass choice until level 2 or level 3. So a lot of these classes would just be the same right at the beginning of this game, and for that reason, we are absolutely going to start off with Sorcerer, which is one of the classes that lets me pick my subclass at the first level, and will therefore allow me to immediately jump on into Shadow Magic. Can see in the dark for up to 24 meters. Ooh, Strength of the Grave! So that's just like having the wound closure amulet on at all times. That is wonderful. That's really nice. Especially for honor mode. So, no new spells. So I think we're just going to do the best 2 spells for a level 1 sorcerer, which is just Shield and Magic Missile, which is guaranteed damage and protection. An argument could be made for, like, Mage Armor over Shield, but I also don't expect to be in too much combat early game. Booming Blade is one of the new ones. Bursting Sinews. This one, I think, like, the Cleric build has cool stuff to do with this, but it's freaky. Even though I'm not sure it's optimal, I'm gonna go with it. Strike with your weapon, affecting the foe with a resonance that hurts them for 1 to 8 damage when they move. Oh, I am already like going through my head all the like gear in the game that is focused around when you do thunder damage, and I'm like doing a build around that. This is exciting. This is fun. I guess beyond that, we'll take normal cantrip stuff. Friends to help me with persuasion checks, minor illusion to group people up. We are not taking any of the. Oh, because I'm like a no. That's not what I meant to do. Because we are currently an elf, which I'm not necessarily attached to. Let's go ahead and roll a dice again for the race. 10, Dragonborn. Interesting. So similar to Bartha. But you know, do any of these do thunder damage? That might be too much to ask. It's just a Dragonborn that can shoot thunder. Okay. Acid breath, poison breath. Kind of like that look. Not the breaths are not that strong. I don't use them super frequently. But I kind of aesthetically like a poison breath. With a shadow magic sorcerer. So we'll actually go with that. That's kind of fun. Yeah, cantrips are selected, spells are selected. We will roll a dice for background as well. God damn it. Whatever. We're gonna count it on the floor. It's a 2. Charlatan! I actually quite like Charlatan as a background. I like these skill proficiencies. So that is fine by me. Expert in manipulation, prone to exaggeration, and more than happy to profit from it. Overall, not giving off the great first impression vibes. Like you would look at this guy and think this guy is evil, which is going to make it fun when I'm mostly running around saving people. But we are a dragonborn with a poison breath who specializes in shadow magic, and we're really good at lying. Oh my goodness. Okay, stat allocation. So for the booming blade stuff, we want high dexterity. So we'll do 16 dexterity, 17 charisma, 14 constitution, 10 wisdom feels good. Not the highest health stat for sure. But we will get on that blade ward life fairly quickly. We will try to keep some of our other class members who we're thinking of in the lead. And we just have across the board deception +5, intimidation +5, persuasion +5. Really nice place to be for the protagonist, for the characters who are going to be making the most kind of persuasion based checks. And I feel really good about this little guy. Okay. What is our name? Chip the cat. Do you have any inspirations? Do you have any inspirations for what I call my character? I was out of the house. I was out of the house for a week, so I have returned to my cats, and they will probably want attention throughout the entirety of this stream. Hey, Chippy. Okay. Names. Grite. Grite. we're gonna say Grite. um.
Where to next? Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Be wary. More of those wretched health.
Voice 4
Place is
says Grite to me the most. Is it weird that I kind of like where the game landed me on default? I like that. I like that green look. Kind of like that one. Okay. Yeah, I like those yellow eyes. A little bit of shadow, because we're into shadow magic. Gotta have a big fucking green tail. That's her. That's Grite. I don't know. I guess we'll. Oh, right. You can't have a Dragonborn Guardian. Still fucking weird. Oh, then I don't care. Alright, here's the lore drop. This is the fucking info dump of all time. Chip, I'm gonna pet you throughout the entirety of this. Hi, cutie pie. Oh my goodness, hi. Yeah, I know, I was gone for so long. Hi, cutie pie. Yeah, this entire sequence to me, the first time I watched it, and still a little bit, feels like the first scene in a movie is the end battle in an Avengers movie. I mean, you're in Baldur's Gate. The teleportation element where you're in Baldur's Gate and then you're in a Frost Mountain area and then you're in hell. It is just so much. It is so much information when all the player fundamentally needs to know is we got kidnapped and we're on a ship in hell. All right, Grite. Ooh, all right. We won't be overwhelmingly. Uh oh. I spot a problem right away. Uh oh. Hmm. Interesting. Uh, I have maybe not great news about the mods right off the bat. Okay. Um, we will give it another try. If not, we will attempt to load it without the UI improvement mods and see if that fixes things. Uh-oh. Save game load failed. Okay. We will see if these mods are gonna. Whoa, okay, okay. Server shutting down. Interesting. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the Discord really quickly. Okay, we will go to Mod Manager. The game server is shutting down thing was I'm not sure about that, but okay, so it looks like the UI improvements. Okay. Two. Okay. Your game may be unusable as a result. Well, it's not super usable to begin with, so Now, I think we're spending more time loading this time than previously, and that could be a good sign or a bad sign. Or a sign that nothing has changed. Oh, it worked! Holy shit, okay. I am glad that so it seems like the improved UI buttons are not necessarily working, but uh the faster walking mod is. Okay.
Please. Before they return, remove us from this body, from this case. Free us.
Truly horrifying.
The brain lifts from the skull.
Okay.
We must go to the helm.
Part of the reason I'm skipping is that I've played this part a million times. Part of it too is that this is all the body horror of this moment might be too much for specific streaming services, which frequently have arbitrary and inconsistent rules about what is okay and what is not okay. But we have made our first new friend of the playthrough. It is us.
Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's fang, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes.
My head. What is this? You unearthed all. Blackith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive. First, we exterminate. Then we find the helm to take control.
As for that thing, it will remain tame as long as it believes we are thralls. It may be of use in the fight to come.
Not sure how Lae'zel could possibly know that, but it is fine. Alright. Not big enough. Okay. I just want to try this. I know it's not going to be enough damage, but... Oh, don't fucking... Oh, right. Oh, strike with your weapon. I thought it, like, made a weapon with the spell. I understand more what this does now. We need to get a good weapon to work with it, but that is okay. Hilarious. Well, I just won't die is the thing about it. Us will come and protect me. Wow, they're really going for us. Alright, well, Lae'zel did all the work in this one, but that's okay. Lae'zel and us.
You prove surprisingly adequate.
Not proficient. Is this an upgrade to Lae'zel's bow? Yeah. Okay.
The console appears. The console hums to life.
I don't think that was the one I needed to make.
The appearance of the device
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
fades.
This is the one.
Other sensations but shiver. Your mind
Dangerous company. Clem, let me come with you. Shadowheart. She's right. Your face protects me.
Shadowheart is, of course, going to take command because we're going to try to steal somebody's sword in this next room before we get off of the intro area. Okay.
waiting. I crave blood.
Do it. Connect them. You need to get out of here. Now.
Get fucked! That's such a fun cantrip. Holy shit. I'm so excited for this playthrough. Alright. Okay, I'm noticing some lag. There are a couple possible explanations for that. It could be that I am running this game simultaneous to OBS. That gets weird. Could be that I disabled a couple of mods. In which case, hopefully, that all doesn't like fall apart. It could also be just patch 8 stuff. We will see. Alas, alack, we press on. Shadowheart is going to simply succeed in a command drop. Awesome. And ooh, this still works. Nice. Getting this. We'll take 6 damage. That's okay. Probably. No. Okay, okay, okay. Well, we simply won't die. Us will try to get a little bit more XP here. That's fine. incredible. Oh, fuck! Oh, I don't have a... Truly? I guess we probably do just throw a health potion at Lae'zel. No! uh, I don't think we're gonna die here. It's just annoying. What a insane series of events.
Don't waste a step.
Okay. Shut the fuck up. Okay. Okay, we're good. That got goofy for a second, but... Oh, right. Well, we'll get there next turn. Yeah, and a disengage gets us there. You fucking tell him, Grite.
The helm's alien transponder. You made it in time. Alrighty. So, we are now entering the Act 1 area of the game. And one thing to note about this section is that we're going to be taking things relatively slow and steady, just because Act 1 is one of the most dangerous times in Honor mode because you're not powerful. You're very low power and very easy to kill. So we're going to try our best to take routes that generally are going to avoid combat until we're a little stronger. And we're also going to be doing a lot of gear gathering.
Time to start building the party. And of course, we gotta start with Shadowheart. We're gonna have Shadowheart in our party until Act 2, at which point somebody who we will hopefully be successful in saving will replace her.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible? I remember the ship. First things first. We might have escaped, but we still have these little... We need each other. And we both... One thing. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod. But you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way.
Okay. Just grabbing some loot, kind of loosey goosey at this stage.
More of those wretched things.
If this still works in patch 8, I intend to mainly fund my party's exploits by robbing Volo of his life savings. But we have to complete a number of tasks before we get to the point where that is kind of a viable and consistent strategy. Right.
What's going on with that room? It's unstable. Approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it.
A hand? Anyone? Perhaps I should have clarified. A helping hand? Anyone?
Easy. Alright, Gale is going to be a permanent party member. He is going to be the new, more combat centric wizard class.
A bit shocked. Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. And I can only assume you too. The insertee is a process you don't have to do.
You seem to know enough.
Most, no doubt. But I find my as we've established few we're most certainly going to need a healer. Oh, an act of full.
Yep, that is usually the point where we get our second level. Alright, for spells at this point, I'm just gonna go Enhanced Leap on my main guy. It's just very, very useful to have. Twin Spell and Distance Spell are both nice. Now, Gale, I'm going to do something very cheeky with. Because this is a run where I am most focused on the new builds, and because I want to, as quickly as possible, make everyone in my party be those new subclasses, I'm going to take a level of Bard on Gale right now. And we are doing that simply so that an upcoming skill check is easier.
Still breathing, despite everything. I need to find a way through it. There. A mind flare.
Let's fucking poison breath this fucking mind flayer.
Monster. Death is too good for it.
In the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
I'm gonna do a little roll to see if I think my character recognizes Astarion. 13, yeah.
I was hoping for a kind.
Recognizes Astarion for what kind of guy he is right now.
I saw what did. And those tentacles. I know.
You mind? You tried.
What was that? Hands are thin. Indeed we are. My name's Astarion. Is that so? So? Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect? Although
Very sad.
it hasn't happened yet. If we can, and all right.
Alrighty. Astarion is gonna be in our party for all of 2 seconds, but he will help us make this next section go smoothly. And we will make Shadowheart a level 2 girl as well. Okay. What happened to Shadowheart? What the fuck? Oh my god, these are some wild. I'm not sure if these are bugs because patch 8 or bugs because I fucked around with mods. Um
You both, but we don't know what that. I'm telling. And look, got ourselves competition already. That's our ship.
fuck it, this is enough. I don't know why we're afraid to use the bardic, but
You're more cunning than you look. I thought we had a fight on our hands.
alright, and this is the reason I switched Gale to a bard. Because we get a very easy skill check here if your class is bard. I'm not threatened. You're threatened.
Another fight. Let's go.
Okay, so I do need a dexterity weapon on this guy ASAP. That's fine.
Tale for the ages.
You fight well. Perhaps our survival isn't such a distant question.
God, that Shadowheart profile picture does scare the hell out of me. I kind of hope that that goes away at some point. Wait. astounding. Mm, fuck. I hope they didn't like. Booming Blade sounds really good. I want it to be good. I hope they didn't make it so that this. Okay. The problem might be that I always have like Lae'zel hit it. So let's run away and grab Lae'zel really quickly. We probably. I think Shadowheart needs a second alone anyway. hey, Shadowheart, go back to camp. You don't look so good.
Starion's an interesting find, if you're sure. A shame.
It ain't like that. It's not that deep. Okay.
Zorn rules you right.
The thing's dead.
And if it escapes
Your skull. Get rid of them.
she's right. Let's go.
Enough gawking. Get me down. Never.
Stand back, kid. Observe. Deeply emotional.
The tadpole, but the long. My people possess the cure for this infect. You have made come. A creche must. Let's get going. One day I'll catch a break.
Wow. That is horrifying.
What to do? Wonder if the gods are watching me. This place wasn't built for the living. Looking ahead. Eager for battle. Repositioning.
I am gonna collect the soul coins. I am not sure exactly how they're gonna interact with what Karlach's build will eventually be. But we'll grab them nonetheless. Son of a bitch. I guess we'll just fucking magic missile. I don't care that much. Indubitably. You fucking nerd. God, Gil, why do your spells suck so much ass? Why do you do this to me? Fuck it, Firebolt. I think Firebolt has possibly better damage than the fucking Witch Bolt. Whatever. Sure, man. Keep fog clouding.
Light on my feet.
Not having a ranged spell attack I can use is not the best, but I guess I did pick up that bow. And I'm gonna miss with it. Cool, cool, cool. Good enough. Ow. I disagree, video game. I think Gale could just like bend his knees a little and shoot it through those fucking whatever. Fuck it.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Let's go, little mage hand. Oh boy. Shut up.
Nothing important is ever easy. Blood follows me everywhere.
Oy vey.
even after death.
I'll feel that one later.
You're the best to hide one sarcophagus.
Okay.
Now, I have a question for thee. What, wilt thou answer my so? I ask again, what is the worth of sin? I am curious by what standards thou shalt judge. Very well. I am satisfied,
Me says nothing. Withers, that explains everything.
and I know thy face. We will
Looks like someone wanted to bury their secrets.
Okay, we got Withers. I'm gonna take a second to go back to main menu and reload to see if it maybe fixes the profile picture situation. Maybe it doesn't, but it's making me upset. All right, how we feeling, Grite? Uh-oh. Interesting. Um, we will be back in just a moment. We might have to start again and just start off without the UI improvement mods rather than taking them off. Taking the UI improvements mods off might be what did it the game in there, but we will find out. We're going between 75% and 50. Okay. Well. Whoops. Okay. So we will keep free respecs. We'll keep move faster. We will just keep those mods and try it again. We will be skipping the cutscene this time. You know what? We are, just so that we have something that is longer distance, we will take Bone Chill, but we will keep these two because they're cool. Charlatan. All right, we misspelled it the first time. It's Gritte. Okay. I hope um I it's not the fast walking mod that is causing these issues, because this game is a little bit of a drag then. Because the walking speed is just so slow.
The exposure.
Please. Before they return. Remove us from this.
Alright, let's see if we can get us again, get that streamer luck. Yeah.
The bone lifts from the skull. The creature pauses.
We must go to the hell. To the hell.
As for that cave, time to strike.
The energy that they say that so much for peace line is always gives me the vibe of so much for the tolerance left. Alright.
What's hiding here? Let this will be done. Positioning.
Alright, let's see if we can do this section without fucking dying. No! I forgot. I forgore. Oh. No Everburn Blade this playthrough. That's fine. That's annoying. But alas, alack. I am glad this exploit still works. Being able to just dash multiple times before you click the door into this room to mostly skip this fight. We deserve that as a treat. Alright. This is fucking this. Okay. I think we can disengage just to be safe.
The helm's alien transponder. As you wrote, the tadpole's squirms in your skull. Other than that, it protect.
You're alive. We might have escaped, but we need each other. And
Approach the sigil on the stone.
Now watch this be the run where we roll a nat 1. We did not roll a nat 1, we rolled like a 2.
A bit say, but I know you. I can only assume. Most, no doubt. We're most certainly going to need a healer. An act of foresight.
anything of use? Dead goblins over there. Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
Oh my god. Two speed pots is pretty nice at this point.
In the grass. Pause. Or deep. And the word hands of thing is so. Turn us into. Although it had been and you all right. Zoro.
The things they
And if it is just
get rid of them.
she's right. Let's go.
Enough gawking.
Starion's an interesting fowl, if you're short. A shame,
No problem.
as you say.
No minsters not around, so it might as well.
That's progress. A tad, but my people possess the cure for this. You have made come a
Alright, let's level up the party. Okay. Oh no, the profile picture. That's a bad sign.
Or is it the ship you're after? Don't matter either way. It's ours. All of it. Charmed, I'm sure.
Everything all right out there?
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
You're dead!
Best be on my way.
Let's go.
Alright. Hopefully Lae'zel Sword works on this. Yeah, okay. Alright. Not that one. This one. Yeah? Yeah, baby girl? What's up? Easy. Easy. Oh, thank you guys. Now, does Bone Chill work on these freaks? It does! Uh-oh. Okay. We had a little bit of a power surge just there. How are we feeling OBS? Looks like we didn't dip. However, the image looks like shit. 1 second. Video. Okay. Alright, where the fuck is everyone? Gale might be the only one who can do anything. To that guy.
Now, I have a cure. So, I ask,
Okay. So because we just had a little bit of a power surge where I'm at, I think I am going to end stream here for now. But I think I'm going to be back later on in the day. Um, hello, good people of Sound On. All right, we have Sound and Sword. Patson, I'm so sorry that you arrived at the point where we're about to disappear, but we will be back later. Goodbye.